like a turtle, elbows on the ground, blocking. Now he's going to looking for his feet. He has to move his head to the side. Now he's able to jump. Good. You end up across, and nothing much Gabriel can do to avoid that jump. One more time. It's very important his legs and his arms together. Head to the side, jump, side control. Good. The good thing of this way of passing the guard is that you don't need to hold any material. It's body contact, body work, and it'll be the whole body passing the guard. The main idea is he will use his legs to keep the hooks inside. And at the same time, his chest will be between his legs and his arms will be tight on the legs. He has no hip mobility right now. He can't move his hip. He can't hook to sweep, because Ed is very solid right now. Now taking advantage of his control, Ed will go around with his arms and he will be holding Nico's feet. As you can see, I need you to lift your leg, Eddie, and they can see you holding. Move around this way a little bit. He's holding his feet. This way he will avoid Nico to follow his legs with his leg. Then he's going to be jumping over the leg without problems here. Let's go, slow. You're just holding his feet. Now we jump over. You end up across. Go back. How do you know which side you're going to jump? That all depends which side you're going to put your head. If you put your head on this side, your body has to land on this side. If you put your head on this side, your body has to land on the opposite side. It's very important for you to know, because you can't jump to the same side of your head. As you put your head on one side, your body will end up across on the other side. Holding the leg, now jump over. End up across. Good job. Okay, from this situation, I'm going to use my legs and my upper body with my elbows to lock his legs. Now I have control over his legs. I don't want him to move his hip away. I'll stay here tight. My hands will come both and hold his shin right here. I want to control his foot. Then I want to put my head to the side. This way, I will raise my hip and just throw to the side. Once my shoulder get across his stomach, my body's all the way across his body, I'm letting go the legs and keep fighting the upper body control right here. For him to pass the guard, he needs to get a good control and good position. And for him to defend his guard, he want to avoid that good control from him in a good position. And playing that game now, I want to see Eddie getting a hold of one leg. He has to get at least one hand under the leg. That's the main goal for him right now. He want to get one hand under and the other knee over. He want to be in a halfway, passing from this side, or halfway passing from this side. Very important point over here will be Eddie's knee pointing outside. That will keep Eddie's base. If Eddie closes his knee too much, Gabriel can push him to the side and he'll be losing his balance. That's this knee here. It is very important for his base. Knowing that, he's going to keep the base over here. He has two options now. He can go from the front door or he can go from the back door. That means he can block one side, but he cannot block both at the same time. And the thing now will be, Eddie will depend on his reaction to pass the guard from this side or from that side. Okay? If Eddie forced the passing from this side, he's going to be walking around this way. Walk around, Gabriel's going to be blocking him. Right away, Eddie will be pushing the knee, Gabriel's knee down, putting a lot of pressure here, and slowly walk around to this side to end up with his chest across the chest. Again. No matter how good your guard is, you're going to have to block right side and left side. You cannot block both sides at the same time. That's the advantage you're going to have to take from this position right now. Now you're going to be trying to pass the guard from this side. You get a control on the collar, your hands, your palm will be down, good control. Now put your finger inside, yes. This way, his knee basing out. He's going to be trying to work around Gabriel this way. He's blocking. Right away, he's going to be changing the base, releasing the hand on the collar, get across. Just, I want you to turn your head the other way now. Before he reaches that control, his hand must stay here until he gets chest on top of Gabriel's chest. Now when he has that chest here, that control, he can let him go the leg and place his hand anywhere he wants. Here, across the body. It's not going to make difference now. One more time. I want you to go one time outside, one time inside. Go ahead. You're based, control, switch, and yes. Go back. You have to understand, you gotta use your body weight to pass the guard. You cannot push his leg away. I want you to use your chest, your weight on top of your opponent. Just a moment here, go back. Now there's a question for you. I have a question. Who has the better position now? You do have. You have your better position, right? Stay in that position as long as possible. Because it's good for you, especially when you put your knee on top of his head. He can't breathe right. He can't relax right now. That's why I want you to take a minute to pass the guard, not 5 seconds. I guarantee in about 30 seconds he'll let you pass the guard. Because it's such a good control. There's a lot of pressure on top. Take your time, but stay tight on him. Every time you feel it's too hard on this side, change the side. And he goes back right away and block, go back to the same side. But everything is on the body weight. Good, slow, go to the side. On this move, we're going to have one variation, left or right direction. All depends how he reacts against my move. Then I will choose my left side or my right side. I always like to go to the easy side. I'm going to be basing myself. My knee is pointing out. Control his collar. Not too deep, because too deep I might be losing his leg here. I don't want that. Just a little bit back. His hand will stay here. Now I can go around this way, holding his head, and I will release the collar. Keep the hook right here. Is the last thing that will come out. Then you get across his body. Or I have this control here. I hold the gi, palm down. I will touch his knee on his body, hold his leg, and I'm just slowly going to be moving around. Get over and side control. What happened here is he's not going to let me do this way or that way. He's going to be blocking. And the side that he blocks, I just take the other opportunity. I'm trying to go this way. He blocks me here, I go around. I go around, he blocks me around, I go back in. That means I will use his reaction to know which side would be better for me to go. On this situation, Todd on top he'll be almost around Lou's legs, but Lou is still blocking him, and he'll come to block and use his legs. Todd will keep holding his arm this way, and also with his arm he's going to go in front of Lou's shin, and he's going to be holding right in front of Lou's legs this way. He wants to stay in front of Lou's legs. And now just by using his hip and his body, go ahead, push his body, he's going to change Lou's direction. And he's going to end up on Lou's back right here. He can have the knee on the stomach. He can have the chest on his chest, side control. And the most important thing is he just passed the guard. He gets through the legs using the leverage of his body. Can you do it again one more time? Good. He gets the leg over. Okay, go back now slow. Just turn around here. I want them to see your hand. Good, stay there. Put your leg across. Okay, this is a very important position here. His arm in front of Lou's legs, right here in front of his shin. Holding the leg. He's going to stay with his body down, his hip locked right here, taking his time. And when he gets the control over the elbow, on this side over here, I got to turn you guys around a little bit too. This way, good. He has a control, elbows in, perfect. Now he will have to pull the elbow, the leg, make a good posture, and just push his hip forward with the arms. This way, slow, go ahead, Lou. He just get the legs out of his way in a very good position. Okay, can you do it again? It is very important to use your arms and your hip, and you create a posture doing this. Many times you're almost getting across your opponent's body, but he brings his leg back into the game. He throws his legs over. He's blocking you. He's keeping you on his guard. I'm going to be holding his arm over here. around his elbow, and my other arm will come, can you just lift the leg up, Richard? In front of his shin, this way. I'm going to be holding his leg. And I'm here tight, and now I'm going to change his whole body direction. I will raise my head up, lift his arm and his leg, and push him with my hip. Then I can go and get across his body. Okay, now we're in the fight, and Eddie get a good control on top. He's basing his hand, one on the hip, one a little bit higher, holding the gi. You can hold the gi. Hold, yes, you bring both collars together. One hand holding both collars, one hand holding the pants, and he's taking his time. He's protecting his arm, his neck is okay. He's waiting for his opponent to open his leg and try something. Just open the leg, try. Sooner he open the leg, Eddie will explode with his arms inside to go around. Go back. Can you do it again? Sooner Gabriel open the leg, he's going to come around with the arms. Okay, now he can do two things. He can hold hands like this. He can hold his own wrist. Go back. He can hold this way. Fingers. He can hold that way. The important thing now is to close the distance. I want his body to stay close to Gabriel's body. Now Eddie can choose which side he want to control the collar. Always when you control the collar, your palm down. You put your thumb inside, but your palm stay down, this way. The second hand will go from the back and hold his belt. Turn around the other way just to see. No. Go ahead this way. If you notice now, he's holding up the hip. This way Gabriel has no mobility on the bottom. That's the key position. One hand here, one hand there. Now he takes his time. It's a lot of pressure. It's not a comfortable position for Gabriel. Slowly, he's going to be walking around with his chest. He'll drop the hip down and get across the body. It's very important to be patient when you pass the guard, especially when you have a good position like that. Again, you control one hand on his chest, one hand on the pants. You can see here, he has a good base. He will take his time. He also never sits back on his hip. He always stays with his weight a little bit forward. His hips stay a little bit higher. Not sitting back and relax this way. He has no balance. A little bit up, waiting for your opponent to try something. As soon as he opens the leg, both of his arms will be around. He's going to be able to choose the collar, hold the belt, and slowly walking around. Good job. I'll be very patient here. I will get both of his collars, make his collars become one collar, where the hand will hold his pants. Stay with your hip a little bit high and wait. I wait for him to open his leg. I'm not going to move until he opens his leg. As he tries to open and start moving his hip away, working his game, I will slide both of my arms out right away to get around. I will give you a few options. I can hold the belt or I can reach my own arms. Hold my own arms here. I will push my body forward, or I can bring his body close to me. Or I will do both at the same time. I want to use now my body weight on his legs, and I will keep my head on the same line of his head. This way. It's a lot of pressure against his body now. It's my whole body weight. And I have the opportunity to choose which side I want to go. It can be either side. I'll go down, collar this way. My second hand will go around his hip, keep his hip up. And slowly, I'm going to be walking around my chest. Keep your elbow down. Side control.